I don't really remember anything about that day or about what really happened. I know they saved my life and I know they did, what they had to do. And I would just, from the bottom of my heart, thank them.
Got the call for a motorcycle accident at the intersection of Plain and Hanover Street. Go there quite a bit, so we weren't surprised to hear an accident in that area.
I was in a swamp and I looked down and my left leg was going completely perpendicular to my body. I could hear what I'm pretty sure was Vinny's voice screaming. I heard people yelling at him to get down and get down on the ground, stop getting up. I heard people yelling to find his foot.
I tended to Vinny. I noticed there were a couple of bystanders there. They had a tourniquet on his leg. We got him up on the stretcher and they got him in the ambulance and started patient care with him.
I knew it was bad because I was being med flighted. I remember arriving at Tufts and then I was zoomed into surgery. They saved my leg.
We were aware that there was a trauma patient who was very ill, was going to be brought to us via ambulance. And he had slipped into, the last stage of shock. In the back of my mind, I really wanted to get him up to the Brigham to see if someone might be able to save his leg.
We walked into the trauma room and it was kind of like an organized chaos. There's a handful of people, probably 10 to 15 people in the room, and everyone had their own task and everyone had their job to do.
And it became apparent he was bleeding from several other locations and actively bleeding into his abdominal cavity. At that point, he dropped his blood pressure again as the Boston med flight crew was ready to take him. And unfortunately, I had to tell them we couldn't send him. He was too unstable at that point.
Dr. Korn made a phone call and said, I'm coming up in 10 minutes. I need an operating room ready to go. The ability to open an OR in 10 minutes, that's what we call Boston, trauma level stuff. South Shore was able to do that.
And a very, very good judgment call. The diagnosis was right on, right to the OR, stabilized, shipped directly into Boston.
The beauty about being a community-based hospital with this level of care is people can stay close to home and get that same level of care that they would achieve at the Boston Hospital. It's an unbelievable place to be a patient and a family. We have enough people, we have enough space. Are there a couple of things that we need to transfer? Absolutely, and we'll be the first to transfer that patient to get the best level of care. But 95% of the care can be done here in a very personalized way.
Mr. Fischer, ultimately we decided to send him to Boston. In the back of my mind, I hoped that, the hospital that does face transplants and hand transplants, maybe someone there would give a shot to trying to save his leg.
So I was in the ICU for about 3 months, and I only remember about the last month. I knew my injuries were serious. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for South Shore Hospital.
There's a whole other side to this story. I mean, the South Shore part of this story is measured in hours. His recovery is measured in months, and he's probably still not where he wants to be. So that's a testament to his mental fortitude. That's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, I'm making you go first. Oh, this is a big team. Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, Vinny. How you doing?
Good.
I'm Christian Corwin.
I'm Vinny.
Nice to
Obviously,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
One of the surgeons that took care of you.
Thank you so much.
These
yeah.
are all the people that helped take care of you here, and we're all so excited to see you.
Dr. Carpio, I was the second surgeon who helped out. I was the ICU doctor.
Hi, I was Kelly. I was in the ED when you came in.
Hi, Stephanie, I'm one of the ER nurses that
Hi, honey.
take care of you.
Linda Worcester, I'm one of the ER doctors. I was
Thank you so much.
ER doc on duty.
I did not expect that many people to be there, to talk to them and hear, everything they have to say and their experience and what they did for me really just fills in those gaps. And Emily being there, the girl who saw the accident and stopped and tourniqueted my leg. And
I saw your leg, and I immediately was like, we gotta stop it, so we did.
You saved my life. Just seeing how perfectly things came together. The right people, in the right places. The surgeons to the anesthesiologists and the nurses and the supporting staff, I mean, they were all essential in my survival and what was done. So you guys all saved my life.